venga, puro venga, venga. Puro, puro, puro venga, venga. Puro, venga, venga.
Welcome back to another episode of Porque, because the number one podcast in Escondido, California. And today, as you know, we have a very, very special guest with us. The one, the only, Mr. Alen Anaya!
Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome back to another episode of Porque, because.
I didn't fuck up.
Yeah, dog, it's about time. Every time we have a guest, and I always try to
Fuck
get
you,
the
dog.
He's always like, last minute trying to figure it out.
You see what I just did right now? You see like the camera, the audio, and everything like that, and he fucking ungrateful
Lo
bitch ass.
mínimo que puedes hacer. No te-
Fuck you.
Mínimo.
Yeah.
A lot of my students last year, all the, my students from like Tijuana and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
like
yeah.
their line was like,
Mínimo.
Mínimo.
Like, that's funny. Do you ever say, does any of your students ever think you're not a Spanish speaker? Like, do they think you don't speak Spanish and they'll say some shit?
yeah, I mean, it does. I'm surprised it happens.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I mean, there is students where like, oh, like Mr. Anaya speaks Spanish, you know?
And then name's Anaya también.
Yeah.
Pues.
Yeah. But then some students are also like, oye, Mr. Anaya, ¿usted habla español como es de México? You know, like,
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I was like,
Poquito.
Yeah,
uno
yeah.
poquito.
Poquito. Pero
I mean, I
entiendo.
was born and raised here, but
Do you get to talk to parents yet? And like parent-teacher conferences and stuff?
yeah, parent-teacher conferences kind of, I mean, there's kind of like an agenda at the parent.
Yeah.
Like you have to talk about certain things, but it's the back-to-school nights that are like, I mean, it's so cool just seeing the
Really?
the parents come in
Oh,
and
okay.
experience the space,
Yeah.
and sometimes they'll be like, oh yeah, Juan talks about this class all the time, and it's so
Yeah.
cool to finally like be in it, and I see what he's talking about now.
Señora
So-
Naya, yo tengo una compañía de landscaping,
Yeah, and I
pueden
mean,
hacer camisas.
yeah, believe it or not, I mean that does happen, and we try to encourage it.
No way!
Yeah, I mean, I always tell the parents and the students, like, I mean, if you learn how to operate this equipment, I mean, and obviously you're caught up with everything, all the
Yeah,
assignments, like,
yeah.
you're welcome, like. And I tell them, like, everything in this classroom, like, it's expensive. It's thousands of dollars.
Hell
like, our
yeah.
screen printing equipment by itself, I mean, that's like an $80K like setup.
Hell yeah, dude.
With
I'm
the
glad
auto
to
and
know.
everything.
I'm glad to know.
So I mean, yeah, that's what it's for, for them to like get the experience, practice using the equipment, so that then they can have those skills for me. I don't know, like become a print operator after,
Yeah.
or run their own business,
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, because you're well. Back to the basics before we jump into this. The reason why we're very full and already able to start a conversation is because we were on Spotify. So if you want to hear earlier conversations that we had and you want to subscribe, be exclusive member on Spotify, go ahead and go on our Spotify, look up Porque Because, and you'll be able to see our 30-minute conversation before this. But Mr. Anaya, I'm gonna call you Mr. Anaya now.
Mr. Anaya.
Restroom break. Mr. Anaya is the Orange Glen High School ROP print. Is it ROP print and graphics? Is that what it's called?
So back in the day, for the longest time, it used to be ROP print.
Oh, it's not anymore?
No, not anymore. It's been I want to say almost 10 years that it's.
Fuck,
ROP print.
dude.
Yeah.
Show my age, won't you?
Yeah. So what people kept.
Yeah.
It was a lot ROP for the longest time. So
Yeah.
people were just like, oh, you have ROP, you have ROP. So that was like, it stood for like regional occupational program.
Yeah.
Which that shifted, and like now it's called CTE.
Oh.
CTE,
What's
which
CTE?
stands for Career Technical Education.
Oh.
Sounds more
so-
professional.
Yeah, it sounds a little more professional, and I mean technical ed, that kind of makes more sense. Like
Yeah. Well, when in the hood schools, you usually try to get them to learn something before they get out of high school, so they can do something, No, but yeah, you are the teacher for the print class. Is that what it is?
correct. Yeah, the
Yeah.
print and graphics.
Print
class.
and graphics at Orange Glen High School, our alma mater, our former schools, and we actually more Pableezy than any of us actually met him during school.
Yeah.
I got to see him in the early years when you were just an 8
Been
at
a
the
long
time.
time. Yeah, I just started my 12th year of teaching.
Damn,
I
dude,
started as part-time, but
congratulations, dude.
yeah, this is my 12th year.
That's awesome.
Teaching.
But you're actually not from Orange Glen, right? You didn't graduate.
No,
Orange Glen?
actually, I graduated from. I mean, this is kind of origins of like how I ended up at Orange Glen Print, but I graduated from Escondido High.
Damn.
Yeah, I graduated from Escondido High, but I always had close friends. Some of my best friends went to Orange Glen High School.
Yeah.
I wasn't the best student in high school. I was behind credits. I was like, man, are you gonna graduate? And I knew it's something I had to do. And I honestly, my mom more than anything, she was one of those people where I'm like, Mom, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna get it. And she's like, was enséñame or like prove it.
Yeah,
you know, it's like so that was even more pressure. You know, like
okay, Mom.
Yeah. So I mean, sure enough, I was behind credits, and I was always like geared toward like more creative like spaces, hands-on learning, and I mean, I took woodshop all 4 years at Escondido High, and and I was always making stuff. You know, I was making stuff in woodshop and video production. I took that class, amazing too. But still behind credits, and talked to my counselor. She told me about like 7th period at Orange Gun High School, a print and graphics class. And some of my friends at OG had told me about it, and it was like, you know, you get to make shirts and this and that. And again, just being exposed to like, I mean, we grew up like skateboarding, and we were into like graffiti, so seeing all the cool artwork like on decks and shirts and all that stuff, like just to know like I would be able to like create that in a classroom. I was like, well, that sounds cool, you know. And they're like, yeah, you just you know, I'll sign you up for 7th period. It was ROP at the time. You had to like go to adult ed to sign up and everything. And she got me in the class, and that was kind of the start of it all.
That's good.
I ended up taking 7th period at Orange Gun High School. First, I would like skate every day, like right after school, like as soon as the bell rang at Esco, grab my board.
Skate all the way to Orange Glen?
Skate all the way to Orange Glen.
Like Broadway, Mission.
Yeah, if you guys remember, there used to be the discount mall in the corner.
Yeah.
We would buy blank shirts for the print class there.
Yeah.
Because you had to like bring your own shirts and everything.
That's right.
So yeah, we'd buy blank shirts at Disco Mall and go to print. I just kind of fell in love with the class. I mean, it was a fun time. There was a lot of cool people in there, friends of mine. And that's kind of how it all started.
That's sick. I feel like a lot of Pablo took the 7th period class too.
Yeah,
right?
I took like the extra period. Like it gives you like little like careers like after school. Like
it gives you like a credit to it's credit.
It actually wasn't credit.
It wasn't?
No,
because it gives you an elective credit, and then you could take an other credit during class.
Yeah, it was during class, but it was like after school programs if you want to do it.
Yeah.
Because I remember I had the option to do boxing with Steve, with Security Steve.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know if you remember that. Like Steve would do. Oh no, he would do the arm wrestle.
Yeah, it was the arm wrestling.
Arm wrestle.
And he was a like competitive arm wrestler.
Yeah, he was competitive as
big time.
fuck. Yeah.
He used to tell us all the time, he's like, yeah, I'll do it, but you need to arm wrestle me. And we're like, yeah, let's do it. And he'd kick our ass every time.
Yeah, so it was either that, because I remember there was a boxing one, but no me acuerdo si era like, I forgot who did it.
Maybe it was wrestling, not boxing.
No, because they had MMA gloves. There was MMA gloves instead of the boxing gloves. So I remember seeing that.
I always forget that I went to Orange Glen, literally, was it 2011, 14 years ago. It's like things have changed so much. Everything's so different now. Back to then. Yeah, because are you at your tenure yet?
No.
You're about to get to your tenure.
7 years.
Yeah, fucking.
God, dude, it feels weird. I remember when I graduated. Fuck.
That's what happens when you get old, dog.
Oh, dude. Why is my back just starting to hurt? Arthritis.
No, that's funny. Where'd you go to middle school?
I went to Rincon Middle School.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, it was wild too.
Yeah, it was a fun time.
Middle school.
Yeah. But it was a cool place to skate.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I mean, maybe like the stage, but I wasn't the best skater. But it was kind of like just a fun time being with friends. Like, yeah,
that was a big thing back in the 2000s. Skating was a big thing. It was a way to rebel.
Yeah, I mean, and then back in the day, I mean, it's like me and all my friends, like we like mob it like across town.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if there was something cool happen like at Active Skate Shop, like a
damn, that's right.
Like we would skate from like kind of Esco side of town to there, or maybe like from OG side of town to there. And I mean nowadays, like me and my friends, like kids have their skateboard on their backpack, but they ride their e-bike.
Yeah,
like
I saw that.
Spots.
I saw that. I was like, what the fuck? That's not even where's the fun in that?
Lazy motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I mean, another thing I look at is like, these bikes are expensive.
Yeah, está caro, yeah.
I was like, bro, these are like $300, $400, $500.
$500. What are you fighting those?
Well, I'm just saying, like, they're expensive. But like skateboards back in the day were what, like $40? if you get a deck,
I
and then
remember
you
I-
save
you
your
could
wheels,
get decks for $20,
and then like you
gotta-
get your
yeah.
you'd save your wheels, so then you could just swap them out.
I remember
Yeah.
Active would do like a deal for like $100 for a full setup, like
Yeah,
Active ride
that's
shop.
Like
right.
if like if you gotta complete the marca
Yeah.
cachingona,
Yeah.
that was like 150, you know, and then you were like, damn, like that's
You got
I'm not
money.
grinding on this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that was back. Yeah, and I don't know. We used to use our bikes a lot when we were kids. We had bikes because we were fat kids, so I would feel like we weren't about kicking. So I was we want to use our bikes. So we would bike from because we went to Mission Middle School. We'd go from Mission Middle School, and then we'd go all the way to kind of Rose Elementary, and then from Rose we'd come back to just like I don't know, like kind of like the where the 99 cent, like the ¿cómo se llama? The discount mall was.
okay.
In that area, go to the thrift store, then we'd come back. And then once we started going to Orange Glen, then we'd just mob it all the way from Mission all the way to Orange Glen. And then after we got tired, we ended up using the bus. I was like, I'm just going to go on the
Yeah.
bus.
I mean,
Yeah.
I was skating to school like around junior, senior year, but then I started driving to school.
Yeah, well, that changes everything.
Yeah, it changed a lot. It's like skateboard's done, you know. I just gotta drive to school and shit.
No, but I do see kids nowadays on their e-bikes, and I'm like,
Yeah. Or you'll see it like even like there's kids that ride their e-boards
Oh,
while,
yeah.
while holding
Oh,
like
yeah.
the deck that they're gonna
it seems
skate.
like a deck is more
Yeah.
like a fashion sense, just to kind of hold it.
I've seen kids with the one wheel.
Oh,
Kids
those are
riding
wild,
the one wheels.
dude.
They have their like a motorcycle helmet, and they're going down the road quick. They're like probably like
Yeah.
going like 60 miles per hour.
I know.
On the road, on the side, while cars are passing by, they're going boom, 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 boom.
Yeah,
we're like,
dude.
holy shit! And there's like two people in one wheel,
Yeah.
one wheel back,
Yeah.
like, and I'm like, holy shit, these kids are crazy.
Yeah, now you see that switch from when you're in high school, you're like, dude, that's fucking cool. And when you get older, you're like, oh man, se van a matar.
Yeah. I mean, at the time we didn't have access to e-bikes, but I feel like when it's not a electric type thing,
Yeah.
like obviously we could have like bombed a
A
hill
hill,
for speed,
yeah.
but you also kind of your limits,
Right.
Like you know where to ride, where to
Yeah.
not ride, like especially. Obviously, most of us riding without helmets. It's like you're not gonna do crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Like, like
And these kids, I'm like, dude, you're gonna feel so confident. You're like, fuck it, you're gonna fucking go.
yeah.
And someone's gonna make a right turn. You're not gonna see them, or you're gonna be in the middle of the road. And I don't know. So many things could fucking happen. But it's
Niños, protéjense, por
yeah.
favor.
Now we're those
niños.
fucking parents. We're like, yeah, métase a la casa.
Yeah, métete para adentro.
Yeah.
Juega tu juego. Juega tu play.
Yeah,
Juega tu
I
play.
mean, and at the same time, you see kids outside, and it's cool with like, I mean, phones and video games like that. There's still kids outside.
Yeah,
'Cause,
yeah.
I mean I grew up that way, like playing soccer in front of my house, like
Yeah.
every day, skating in front of my house every day
Yeah.
when that was a thing.
Your kids now are gonna see a whole different world than you saw.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. How old are your kids?
My kids, oldest 8, and then my one daughter, she's 6, and my youngest is 3, and then we got a 4th one on the way.
Nice.
Mm.
That's funny, dude. Do you think Escondido is a good place to raise your kids?
Definitely. I mean, yeah. I mean, 100%. I mean, I wouldn't live here with my kids if I didn't believe that was
Nice.
the case.
That's how I feel. I lived in Vegas for 8 years, and then I moved back to Escondido, and I'm like, I love Escondido. Like
Yeah.
I love my daughter. It was funny because she's like, "Is this Mexico?" She's like, "Everybody speaks Spanish here." I was like, she's like, "No, it's true." She was like, the ladies out in the she went to Del Dios. No, not Del Dios. She went to Glenview Elementary. And then she was like, the ladies who are outside in recess, they tell me, "Hey, mija, ven. And I was like, yeah, they're speaking Spanish. She's like, yeah, but my Spanish is not that good. Like, I don't know what they're saying. I was like,
Are we
Yeah.
in Mexico?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for anyone like coming from out or experiencing something different, I mean, there's definitely like if you've never experienced it, there's probably a huge culture
it's
shock.
very, very different
Yeah.
for her, which I was like, that's crazy. I never really thought of it. I just grew up here, so I just thought,
Yeah, you just
everybody's-
take it for granted. I mean, same here. I was born and raised. I mean, with the exception of going back and forth to like Mexico all the time
Yeah.
to visit family. Like, I didn't really experience anything else here in the U.S. except like Escondido.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know when I went to Vegas, I would see somebody and I would assume they spoke Spanish, and I'd be like, "Oh, when I started this," I'm like, "Oh, you're like, whoa, my bad." I was like, "Oh, my bad." I'm like, but you just think everybody just looks like you, so you're just like, "Oh, you speak Spanish,"
Yeah.
and you get out of here and you're like, "Oh shit!" But I always think about it and I go, "That's the difference between Escondido and any other part." because even any part of San Diego, I feel like Escondido is such a small community that we always kind of, I don't know, it's something about us. We were just looking at a page called, what is it called? Well, we hate Escondido. Or
Oh
something.
yeah, there's an Instagram page hating on Escondido.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
Talking
check it
shit
out.
about
And they're
Esco.
just talking shit about Esco the whole day. And I'm just like, dog, what the fuck? I was like, why you
Yeah.
gotta, you can't.
We're actually not bad, guys. They think we're ghetto. Like,
Yeah,
we're not ghetto.
I mean, honestly, much love to like all San Diego. I love all San Diego, but you know, every now and then, you know, I hear people or I have students that like say like, man, Escondido's ghetto, and I'm like, have you been to other parts of? Have you been to other parts of San Diego?
Go to
or other
National
parts?
City and just drive by.
You know, I'm not gonna knock on
City.
any individual city, but you know, I mean, I have students that you know they're in Escondido now, but they used to live in National City. Or
Yeah.
they used to live in South Bay, and they're like, "Well, you're tripping." Like,
Yeah, I remember going to Vegas, and I lived. The people from Vegas that know I lived on Nellis Boulevard, which is the east part of town, and that it's ghetto, like it's bad. But I remember going like, "Fuck, like this is ghetto," and then people that are from there were like, "Oh no, we're like this is just the way it is," and I was like, "Fuck no, this is ghetto as fuck." But I was just like, everybody's used to their ghetto.
yeah.
Everybody's used to what they're used to. That's why when I'm like, I guess people might look at Escondido and be like, "Oh, it's ghetto here," but I'm just like, yeah, but you guys don't get it. Like in other places, their ghetto's different. Like their ghetto, like our ghetto's like
13th Street.
yeah, like we got a
13th
lot of
Street.
bison stuff, and we really like our like culture, and you know what I mean. We do a lot of stuff that maybe isn't
Every
very.
now and then, you might see like some dude like walking down the street,
Yeah,
like,
you see a little veterano
looking like a
walking
fool's
around.
gone wild post.
Yeah,
you know, like,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, but then they'll pass by a señora and be like, buenas tardes. It's just like, it is what it is. I'm like, I don't know. But I love Escondido. That's why I always ask people to have kids, you know, because I'm like, it's always one of those cool things where it's like, I feel like people are always bashing on Esco, but I'm like, it's actually a really good place to raise kids.
I mean, I think it's a good place. I mean,
Yeah.
I honestly, I trust and I believe in the schools. I feel like there's so many options here in Escondido. There's something for every student.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, print class at OG, but
Yeah.
yeah, no, and for me, I mean, it'd be hard to ever leave Escondido because, I mean, one, I was born and raised here. My parents still live here.
That's crazy.
I mean, my brother lives here. My suegros live here.
Damn.
My wife's family, all her siblings, like,
They're all
it's
here
like,
in Esco?
you know, and you know, you have a family. I mean,
Yeah.
it takes a village. Like, it's
Yeah,
a
it
whole
really does.
team, you know, like,
I mean, when I came back from Vegas, and out there we had my wife's cousins, but it never compares to like your actual family, like your mom, your dad. Like I literally, like I just had a newborn, and we were at the hospital, and my daughter was taken care of. Like she was at my mom's house, then she was at my suegra's house, then my cuñada had her, then these fools had her. So it's like I didn't have no worries of where I was just like, did you eat? Yeah, okay, cool, we're good. We're still at the hospital with mommy, so just hang tight for a bit. We're gonna be home in like in a couple of days. You know what I mean? And it, like you said, it takes a village to really, you know, raise a kid the way, because as parents, you know, we work. You know what I mean? We have to, you know,
Maintain.
we
you
have to
gotta
do other
all this
stuff.
shit, yeah.
Sometimes we're not home, and the fact that you're able to leave them with someone that shares the same values as you, that understands what you would like for your kids, that's a big deal. You know what I mean? And we didn't have that for a long time. So now that we're back, it's like, fuck, dude, like it's such a big difference, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Would you go teach like at another school for like RP print? I mean, what's it called?
CT print.
Yeah. Would you
just
go
call
to
it
different
print dog.
schools and go teach them? Would you do that?
I mean, definitely not within Escondido. I feel like
You're like, I'm
setup,
here.
The setup I have at Escondido at OG, like it's perfect. You know, I've been able to like kind of build that up throughout the years, and honestly, I see myself
Retiring at Orange Glen?
I mean, possibly. I mean, other than like, I mean, I for a moment I was considering like, you know, what if I could be like an administrator, but I would want to be an administrator specifically for the types of programs that I teach. You know,
Right.
CTE, career technical education. But then I don't know. The more I do this, I'm like, you know, I like interacting with the students. I like teaching. I like, you know, being in this space. So yeah, I kind of see myself being a teacher in the long run. You know, the art thing, it's cool because I have the summers off, so that allows me time for more mural projects, freelance work. So I mean, the only thing that would I guess take me out away from teaching would be maybe the art projects. If
because you do balance a big portion of stuff. Obviously, we're going to talk about your collaboration with San Diego FC, but you've done plenty of murals all over town, like all over the county, really. And I guess, like you said, the summers are really the moments, because I was like carrying a full-time job, having, you know, full-time as a dad and as a husband and all that. It's not easy to balance it all, you know what I mean? But I guess as a teacher, but going back to the Orange Glen, when you started, was that your plan? Like when you started full-time as a teacher, was that your plan to build it to be this, what the facility is now?
No, it was never the plan. I mean, it would all kind of, the whole thing is so non-traditional. Like, like I bump into teachers like, how did you, and I start telling them my story, and they're like, what? Like, how? Like, so you didn't do it this way? Like,
right.
You know, because becoming a teacher is so, like, again, like I mentioned, you do, it's like one step and then it leads to the next, and then you get your credential. And it's like most of those people wanted to be a teacher, like as soon as they started school. For me, like I had no plans of, like, I didn't grow up saying, like, I want to be a teacher. Like me becoming a teacher is my love for the subject. Right. And then that kind of manifested itself into, like, okay, well, I like the subject. I like printing. I like graphic design. I like art. So then once I started, like, working in the community, like, first an intern, then an assistant in the print classroom after high school, I was like, well, I like this, you know?
Right.
And then it wasn't even me. It was like people around me, like mentors I had, that kind of saw that I guess I had a passion for it. Right. And then that opened the doors for, like, my mentor and teacher at the time, Mr. Fable, who was, so he's like, you know what? Like,
is he still around?
He retired, maybe like 5-6 years ago.
Oh, okay.
So that kind of opened it up for, like, oh, well, like, you know, you seem really passionate about this, and you have the knowledge, you have the skill set, you're good at working with people. And he's like, you should apply for your CTE teaching credential. Right. So I was completely unaware, like, what that meant, but apparently, like, I found out, like, it was a blessing in disguise. Yeah. So I mentioned the program I teach is CTE, Career Technical Education. So if to make it make sense for, I guess, everyone, imagine you've been a mechanic for 10 years, right? And you own your own car shop and everything, but then you're also, like, maybe interested in teaching, right? Right. You would think that mechanic who's been fixing cars for 10 years has the knowledge and skill set to teach that, right? Regardless if they have a bachelor's or some type of college education, right? Because it's like technical education, right? So that experience allows you to apply for a CTE credential, so that you can then teach.
So instead of going the traditional route of doing a 4-year college, plus getting into, like, some type of, I don't know, like, specialty
credential program,
and then getting your credentials and stuff like that, what you did is you validated everything based on your on-field
industry experience. Correct. Yeah. So after high school, after, you know, taking that program that I teach now during high school, I knew that's something that I wanted to stick with and do. So I took some design classes, art classes at Palomar College, and at the same time I was, like, interning part-time in the print and graphics program. That's kind of how I maintained connection with the program. But then I worked in screen printing. Right. So I worked in screen printing, like production screen printing.
So you really did get to have that root of, like, the schooling part of it, at least in the art side, and then the industry part, which is your part-time or your full-time job that you were doing in a print shop. Yeah. And then staying connected with the school. I mean, you literally are the best fitted to teach this class. Right. You know what I mean? Based on these things. So I think it's a really good thing that programs like this allows people like you or anybody that would have an experience. Cause I know that's how, like, for example, our Otto with Gomez, like, that's how he got into it. Right. He ran a shop.
So Gomez had the similar route, which in my opinion, I mean, I think that makes, I mean, if the person is passionate about the subject and teaching and they have all that experience, I think that makes for the best.
Yeah. 100%.
And I mean, if you have, like, some, like, I don't know, some chef out there who's been cooking, you know, and has all this experience, and then he's teaching the culinary class. It's like, whoa, like, you know, this guy
and
knows
nothing
his
against
stuff.
these traditional teachers, but realistically, for someone like myself, I didn't go to college, I didn't do anything, but I know that if I don't know, like I remember my, you know, now I'm trying to do something with media, I'm trying to do something with you know, social media and stuff like that. If that class is available and there's somebody out there that would have gone through the things that I'm going through now, I would have been so happy to know, like, oh, this is how you do stuff, rather than someone that went to school and potentially hasn't had that experience. They just, you know, on paper know what they're doing. You know what I mean? So that's awesome, though. I think it's really cool that you took that route, because I think this is where you were meant to be. You know what I mean? I think this is where you flourish the best. Yeah, and you're good at your job. I've seen what you've done. I've talked to people that are part of the program, that were a part of the program, and I've never heard anything negative about your teaching skills. So you're fucking killing it, bro. It's not like you needed me to tell you, right? But
yeah, you're nothing.
Yeah, but you started the question by like, I think earlier, you know, did I plan on having the classroom where it is right now? Yeah. So initially, when I took over the program, I mean, what it is now is not, I guess, exactly how I had envisioned it. I mean, as a second year teacher, I mean, you're just trying to figure shit out. Like you don't know what you're doing. Like you're just like
making sure the kids.
Hopefully, you're passionate about the subject, which was the case for me, and I was just, you know,
make sure they all go home with their fingers.
Yeah, just trying to. I mean, for all like the every year, you know, I meet new teachers, and it's like the first year, you just everything that goes bad, you're just like, what could I have done to like prevent it? Or if a kid's like not getting it or learning, you're like, what did I do? Like.
Right.
That kid doesn't get it.
Right,
like,
right.
Everything you feel like it's on you know?
And literally
like,
Juanito's just being a dick. And you're
where like as you know, mature in your teaching, you're like, well, you get better.
Right.
You get, like anything, you get better with time. It just becomes more natural, and you find out ways to connect with like every type of student. So yeah, once that settled in, when I felt like I was getting the hang of it, that's when I could like kind of be like, okay, well, where is this program going, and kind of where can I bring in my industry experience to bring this program to the next level, like with the curriculum, with the teaching, with the equipment. So one of the, I guess a big part of it has been like I've had like amazing like mentors and met like amazing like artists and professionals along the way, like print shop owners and other teachers as well that have like kind of inspired me to like create the space that I have now, with career technical education. With I mean the funding it is very generous. Like like as long as you can back it up, like why you're going to use it, how is this relevant in the industry.
Right.
So one of the requirements, and this goes for all CTE programs, is every year you need a panel of industry people. It's called like an advisory. It's like an annual like advisory meeting you have. So you bring in people from the industry, print shop owners, designers. I mean, and they being the experts in the field, like give you like provide input on like what you should be teaching, what type of equipment you should have in the classroom,
just to know what the kids are going to see if they do jump into the industry.
So because of, you know, connections and people I've met, you know, through the industry and art. Again, I was able to invite some people who were really down to support what we were doing in the program.
Right.
And then, just throughout the years, like, it's kind of helped the program grow to where, like, I get these industry people saying, like, oh, yeah, this is the type of equipment you should have. These are the skills you should be teaching. And for my administrators, it's, like, it gives them the trust and, like, the confidence to be like, okay, well, you know, he's connecting with industry people.
Yeah.
You know,
so it's all backed up. Everybody knows that. It kind of makes them feel like, yeah, you do know what you're doing out there.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Because I feel like you could easily get like, we need a soda machine. It's like, why do you need a soda machine for a print class? Well, it makes the kids more hydrated, and once they come in, they need. It's like, obviously, you're not doing something that ridiculous, but it's little things like that maybe if you don't know. Did you ever find yourself in a place where maybe you didn't know either how to use a machine or maybe something because technology has changed in 10 years. Yeah. You've seen different stuff. Have you had to learn these things before the kids?
Every day, like on a daily basis. Like, I mean, I'm comfortable with a lot of the equipment we have. I mean, I'm never like top level expert
Right.
on anything. I'm always figuring things out, and that's one of the things like I tell my students, like I don't always have the answer to everything. Like something might not go right, and we might be figuring it out together.
Right.
Or you might I might be learning from you.
Right.
Like, you know, the students may
Right.
become the teacher, like,
Yeah.
you know, in the
And
classroom.
that's what happens on the job field.
And I'm okay with that. Whereas, like, I mean, we've all had teachers where it's like the teacher knows everything.
Yeah.
They know the answer. And it's like you do not question the teacher.
Mr. Hernandez, how you doing?
Where it's like with me, I'm like,
I got a list.
hey, Mr. and I, like, why, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's one of those things where you take the understanding that you will not know everything, and even if you wanted to, like even if you were that type of teacher, it's virtually impossible because in these 10 years, like I've said, I can't imagine the technical advances that this field has done and how fast it's moving. Like I remember, you know, we're trying to get into the same thing, and I didn't know that DTF was a thing.
right, direct to film, yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? Like, this is amazing. It has great quality. It looks great. And you just have to iron it on. Like, obviously, it's much more complicated. But as someone that's not in the field, you're like, I didn't know this existed. So I can't imagine how fast things are changing for you. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
how your kids are like, hey, did you see this? I saw this TikTok where this guy does this. And you're just like, what the fuck? What are they doing in Japan? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I can't imagine how quick that changes. That's probably fun, too.
Yeah, no, it is fun. I mean, yeah, like I said, every day we're like learning something new.
That's sick.
And luckily, I mean, I work with like, it's an amazing team. So I you know, I'm the teacher, and then I have my assistant, Eduardo Balderas.
Nice.
Funk, you might know him.
I might not. I don't think so.
Yeah, so he's he's like a print expert as well. He runs his own embroidery business.
Oh, that's
too.
sick. You're in ESCO?
Yeah, so with his help, we've been able to bring embroidery in the classroom.
Wow.
so we're
Looks like
doing-
we need to go to school.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
I actually I had looked it up because it is an adult school class. Obviously, it still is.
Yeah,
And I signed up last year in December.
yeah. And so that was Eduardo. He was teaching.
Yeah,
that
and
class.
that's who I saw, the class. But then something happened. And I wasn't able to go, and then I was like, I gotta sign up again. Like I need to sign up again because I was like, I want to get into print because we'd like to do our merch. But I was like, going out to other people is so expensive.
Yeah.
Like getting other people to do your merch so expensive, and then sometimes you go, can you do this, this, and that, and they're like, they give you a design, you're like, that's not what the fuck I wanted. Like this isn't my idea. So there's no better way than to actually have your idea and you create it, and it's exactly how you want it. You know what I mean? So I think it's cool. But what was I gonna say? Now that you work on, like I said, your art and also the school stuff, do you have time to do that while you're in class and stuff like that? Do you work on your own things?
Not, I mean, it's so busy with like helping teaching the students and,
Yeah.
helping them on their projects. I mean, there's I don't. The
You don't
focus
have-
isn't creating my own stuff.
Yeah.
During class, but I mean, we're always testing out the equipment. Like,
Yeah.
With some of our own work, you know.
Yeah.
So it's fun. It's fun to have access to all that, and I mean, it's the whole spectrum of printing. Like you just mentioned, DTF, direct to film printing. We do that. We do screen printing, DTG printing, direct to garment. We have like wide format printers where we do like stickers, all kinds of vinyl, banners, posters.
Damn.
We got laser engravers.
That's crazy.
Sublimation
Wait,
printers.
there?
Yeah.
What?
So it's like a creative. It's like a playground. Like,
What was
honestly,
this when I
like,
was in high school?
That's what I'm telling you. It's
Yeah.
completely different. Like he's developed it into
it's a
literally
one
a print shop.
one of a kind space, and again, I've had the support of like industry, like my buddies and the community, and I mean, you've seen the space, all the artwork that we put up. So that
That's
took
another
several
thing. You
years.
got a lot of artists coming in, and they all did like a piece on the wall. That's really that part in itself, just the space and the creative walls that you see on the, like, you got some big names out there.
Yeah.
You've got some big names on the wall that did pieces out there. How'd you convince them all to come out here?
I mean, the San Diego art community, like it's pretty tight knit. Like
Yeah.
everyone, like if you've been doing art in San Diego for a while, I mean, you've been going to art shows, you've been connecting with these people. Like everybody knows each other.
Yeah.
So they're kind of just friends I've met throughout the years, and then I mean, they're super professional. Like that's their full-time job. A lot of these guys, like,
Yeah.
they're like full-time tattoo artists or like muralists, things
Yeah.
like that. So just kind of reaching out to them, and they believe in the space and,
Yeah.
and kind of the potential. And
one of the things that you said in one of your interviews was that you wanted this to be an example for like other places. So you wanted this to be an example of what a creative space for kids could be. And I think at this point you are. You know what I mean? I think you've reached that. You know what I mean? Where other people look at the Orange Glen print program and they're like, holy shit, we could help them. You know, we could teach these kids at a level more than just telling them like, hey, this is what you do. It's like you give them the tools to be creative and grow. And like I said, not everyone's going to be a print expert. Not everyone's going to go out there and make a brand. But it's those little things that I remember that just spark an idea and that might go lead into something else. And I think it's awesome that you're doing that. That's pretty cool. You ever have any students that did take this on and go into something else? Maybe not in the same space, but maybe do something similar?
Yeah. I've had several students that go on to like pursue like a career in graphic design, and then now they're doing graphic design full time.
Nice.
Or students that, I mean, as like a side thing, but you know, they started their own brand in high school and kind of stuck with it.
Yeah.
And, try to continue to grow that. And then, I mean, the coolest thing is when you have like a student who, I mean, you just see like the talent, like super creative. I mean, the type of kids that walk in the classroom and they're drawing, whether it's like on paper, on the computer. There's been a few students like that, and I mean, they've like one of them's like a full-time like professional like tattoo artist now at Tribal.
Yeah,
Sergio Leone. I think he might have been like around your time.
I think he was 2 years younger than me.
Yeah, Sergio Leone.
Which 2 years ain't shit.
Yeah, for us.
No, yeah.
Y'all both old.
But kind of just supporting them in their art and letting.
And then going into a brand like Tribal that's very obviously fucking iconic here in San Diego. But the fact that you sparked that's pretty badass.
Yeah, because I wish I had something like for editing for all this shit. You know, for like, I don't know if OG does have like editing classes or anything like that.
They have videography, don't they?
They do have a video class. So like being in my class, I think it's for all students, or maybe it's just for the ones in my class, but they have access to like all the Adobe Creative Cloud.
Really?
Yeah. So they can access it at home, like on their own
What?
computer or at school. Yeah.
No
so
way.
That's like Illustrator, Premiere.
Bro, these kids don't even know how much money they're saving.
Wait,
no,
dude. If I took that class seriously, I would have probably like took my idea like a little bit more like. So like, I wouldn't even be here, to be honest.
Shut the fuck up.
Man, you know what? Fuck this shit, dude. Me and you, let's work.
Yeah. So just real quick, going back to the program, you know, he said all the things that he could have done in the class, and now at the point where the program is, I mean, it's kind of built a reputation within the community, with the students.
Yeah.
Where it is right now, the goal is for us. So there's like an industry sector that the class like represents, and it's manufacturing and product development.
Right.
So like with the, like creating a product and then marketing it, selling it. So our goal now, like, I mean, on top of the, you know, learning how to design, learning how to print, is get these students to create a product that they can sell and market, right?
Yeah.
So they can make money off of it. So we've gotten to the point where once a month we host like it's like basically like a student shop. Like almost like an open house.
You do that now?
Yeah, we do it once a month.
Fuck, dude, I want to go.
Right. We're trying to make it so it's like after school open to the community.
Yeah.
But right now,
I guess it's for the kids.
Yeah. But
all of us, and it's just us three in the back. Hey.
Yeah, with a bunch of high school kids.
Yeah.
But you're having students, you know, create merch with their own artwork or prints, whatever it is, and then being able to sell it on campus.
Nice.
Selling it, making
sick.
money off of it, keeping the money. All created in the print class by them.
Wow.
So it's huge. Like, it's really empowering.
You should have them set up tents or like tables at the football games.
Yeah.
You should have them like sell it there so the parents can buy them too. Because
Yeah.
I feel like there's too many people that like us that are alums, and we see this happening, and it makes us really happy because we see what kids like us are able to do. We reflect ourselves in these kids, and you're like, holy shit, like these kids are literally having an opportunity of a lifetime and they don't know it.
Yeah.
But it's okay because they don't have to get it, because once they leave high school, they're gonna fucking know, like, oh
Yeah.
shit, this was all free. Like I
Yeah.
could just do this.
And the coolest thing is, I mean, you get kids that are super talented, and we all maybe had a friend like that or knew someone, or
Yeah.
maybe even us, but like kid that's super talented, and someone from the outside, maybe me as a teacher, like, dude, you're talented. You like, people are gonna want to buy that design.
Yeah, 100%.
And then they're like, nah, no. And then you have this event, and people are
They
like,
see that people
are
actually
seeing, like, dude, I want that, like, and then the kid, it's just like the confidence boost.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you just empowered that kid.
Yeah,
Like, he is.
it's something cool, and I feel like I was talking to Zane the other day at Street Life.
Oh
and
yeah,
I
he's
was
a big
like,
fan of the program, and he's got a mural up.
Yeah,
in the
he's got a
classroom,
mural
too.
there too. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a really cool guy. We're soon to record with him. And I was like, dude, I know, because he's at a point in his life where he was so early on in Escondido. Like that Street Life brand was literally what we all looked at when we were kids. And it was one of those things where we would all walk into the shop and it was like, oh wow, this is so cool. You know what I mean?
Even it's crazy because even to this day, like, there's no other store in Escondido where it has that. Like,
You would think it does.
Yeah.
You would think we'd have more
Yeah.
places like that, but we don't.
honestly, that's another thing that just makes it even more like beautiful to be able to like teach at Orange Glen. My wife is there.
That's awesome. She's
you
a
know,
counselor?
high school counselor,
Oh
so
my
she's supporting
God.
these kids.
Really?
You know,
That's
on
literally
the
my
daily,
dream job, dog.
and,
Counselor?
Yeah.
You know, having those conversations with students about life and college.
I remember going into Mrs. Guerra's office going like, Mrs. Guerra, I'm going to get married. She's like,
oh, she's
"Whoa,
amazing.
whoa,
Yeah,
whoa."
yeah.
She's like,
Yeah, she just got this big award.
yeah, she
for-
deserves it.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, Guerra, Franklin, those were the teachers that I look back, and those were my role models when I was a kid
Yeah.
and guided me into the right way. And Mr. ¿Cómo se llama? Mr. Bree.
Mr. Bree.
You
Yeah.
guys remember Mr. Bree?
Yeah.
He was like an old teacher. He passed away.
Yeah,
now,
he
but-
passed away a few years
Yeah.
ago. But
Oh,
yeah,
the one. Oh,
And Viejito, he just let us do whatever we wanted.
yeah, he was there up
Gee,
until
dog.
like the last. I mean, they kind of. I think a year before that he died, they told him like, "Hey, dude." Like,
Yeah, I know.
And
they
it was,
tell-
a lot of people were like, "Oh, how
I
can they
know.
tell him?" Pero ya no estaba ahí.
Yeah.
He wasn't all there.
I think they should have. There's
Yeah.
there's people you could do things like
Yeah.
you could make them sit in the office or something.
Yeah.
You give him a crosswalk sign. I don't know.
Yeah.
he was a legend, dog. All the stories that he said, he was so tight.
He was cool. I
was
liked him.
amazing.
I really liked him. But where were we? Oh, Zane.
Yeah.
So I was letting you know. I was talking to Zane and I was like, yo, dog. Like, I feel like Escondido. I feel like Escondido is such a hub for art.
Oh, Deb.
I feel like
yeah.
we have the Center for the Arts. I mean, which is a big deal. We host events. We have a lot of like art shows there. It's such a big part of the community. But just itself, like the people here, it's like we're so creative. Like I don't live in Oceanside. I don't live in San Marcos. I don't live in Vista. But I know Escondido. And I know we have people like you. We have people like Zane. We have people like Paco Pablos. We have people like all kinds of artists. They're just here. This is a melting pot of fucking art that's just fucking all over the streets on Grand. You just see it everywhere. It's like, that's kind of a big deal. And it does. I mean, it does stem from
Those are like the most tight ones.
that does stem from the graffiti. Like
Yeah.
we were those like kids that were writing on walls, and now you grow up, can't write on walls, so you do it on a canvas.
Yeah. Those times. I mean, you graduated 2011, but I mean, like that group of friends that we took, RP Print, like in like 2008, 2009.
Yeah.
I mean, that group of friends that I would go there. I mean, so many of us stayed like working in creative fields. Like,
Right.
man, from my graduating class, I have like, it's like 5 friends that are all badass tattoo artists.
That's sick.
Like they just stuck with the art and
Yeah.
they're still doing it. Slow, Slow.
I don't think I
Slow
have.
Rivera, Esteban, Nico Martinez. Yeah, just I
A
mean,
bunch of them. Just
yeah,
Shout
it's
out
like
to y'all.
people I went
Shout out.
to school with, and they just, I mean, they're doing it, man.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I
Amazing.
feel like with support from a lot of different places, I feel like we can really make Escondido just a big art hub, and we can just I don't know. I think out of my element and things. I'm not artistic. You know what I mean? I don't have that niche of knowing, but I feel like in my way, I can do it with my voice. Like
Yeah,
I prefer.
I mean, it
this.
takes people on, but like, it takes people that appreciate it, and then people that create it.
Yeah,
and
of
then-
course. Yeah.
Yeah,
I know recently there was an art show on Grand. You were there as well. And there was I know there was the one with Zayn. He had was it Street Live, something like that?
Yeah. So over the summer we so it's like a show it's the third time we did it this past summer at Cali Stilo.
Yeah.
On the Municipal Art Gallery.
Yeah.
So me, Zane, and my buddy Charlie, we kind of like co-curate it.
Yeah.
So we basically invite artists that
Right.
think would be a good fit, and then we judge the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool to have something like that on Grand Street Art. You
Yeah.
know.
And I know I saw there was this one girl. She won like third place, I believe. Her face was like lit up, like her mom was there. You could tell, they just came. There was like the mom was like, "What am I doing? ¿Qué estoy haciendo aquí?" You know what I mean? Like kind of not out of place. And the daughter's art was so meaningful to her that her mom came over. And I think she won like third place. And I just remember seeing her. I'm like, that's what it's about. It's like that girl that didn't know that she was capable of doing something, and now she showed her mom. And now she's going to go back home and be like, okay, I guess you could do this art thing a little bit longer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like stuff like that, because we all come from a background and maybe we weren't encouraged in that way. You know what I mean? And I feel like now we see it a lot more, that the next generation after us is going to be much more prepared and much more built in a way that maybe we weren't. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think that's all it's about, because realistically, we're going to be long gone. And like I look at people like Zayn, and I'm like, dude, he was doing it in 08, 09, back in the day when it was literally illegal, and they were getting fucking, getting tickets for writing. And now he has and his store keeps going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think it's cool. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, he's a local legend with his art and graph for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
Everyone that I meet, like a lot of buddies that I met like through the art scene, like in San Diego, they're like, "Oh, Escondido, like, oh, Zayn, like he's like." Yeah.
Yeah.
With the older heads, like he's the guy.
Yeah, he's definitely a fucking We're gonna have him on. We're actually gonna be recording at the shop soon, so I think that's gonna be cool.
Wait, at the shop or at the little the art gallery?
No, at the shop at Street Life. Yeah,
that'd be badass.
Yeah.
I didn't know about this.
I'll let you know.
Appreciate it. Yeah. Just let me know if I should go on or something.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Yeah, fucking dick. Fuck you.
But anyways, with this whole art scene, sorry, dog. He's just my little brother, dude. I gotta fucking deal
He's a
with
bitch.
I love you. Anyways, you recently did a collaboration with the newest professional team in San Diego FC.
Correct.
And you were the merch of the match for not only just any match, but the Hispanic Heritage Night.
Correct.
How does that come about? Do you reach out? Do they reach out? Do you just fucking email somebody? How does this work?
Yeah, so there's a few things that led up to that happening, like previous like collaborations with them, but yeah, more than anything, it's them reaching out to me, showing interest, asking if I'm interested.
That's sick.
In the collaboration, but yeah, the first time when we first got news, when San Diego first got news that there was a new MLS team coming to San Diego FC, I remember kind of checking the articles and be like, oh, this is like cool. Like, we need this. It's a huge soccer. I was never the best soccer player, but I grew up playing soccer.
Right.
Like I would play like street soccer in front of my house
with
the neighbors, and then I played like here in Escondido, the Mexican League. Like we got Nicho, we'd play at Rincon.
Yeah.
And then I played like freshman year of high school. So
Nicho's league back when
I'd go to like partidos like Mexico.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I grew up and I know how big soccer is.
Yeah, especially in our community.
The community. Yeah. So it was like December of 2023.
Damn.
They held like an event where it was I think it was called Street Flow. It was Street Flow. It was I think like in Linda Vista.
And this is before they even had the name, right? They didn't.
It was San Diego FC, but it was like a year and a half before they even
no
had
logo. No.
They had logo. They had just released the logo.
Oh,
it was first official event, STFC Street Flow. And a friend of mine who's like badass artist, Mr. B Baby. She has a mural in the print classroom. She shared the invite or posted it and was like, "Oh, are you anyone interested in this?" Because they were looking for artists to vend at the event, and it was like super last minute. I was like super inconvenient. Like I had like 5 days to work on stuff to get ready and sell at the event. and she was gonna be doing live painting with another buddy, Ezra Brown. So it just seemed like it seemed like an art, art community event. San Diego FC was hosting, and then I just ended up going. I remember I took my oldest son, and parking was terrible. We parked like it was like a 15-minute walk, and I had like two folding tables, like, and yeah, that was like my first ever San Diego FC event, and I met some of the staff. Yeah. Like, I mean, they only had, I don't know, like 10 employees at the time. It was like a small organization. Yeah. And I met like their marketing guy and their community relations guy and them, and they were like, we like your art. Thank you for coming here. They were super appreciative. Nice. And then I think like 2 months later, they had announced this Chrome Ball tour where they were gonna, before the first inaugural season started, they were gonna make a stop at each of like the 18 cities, right? 18 communities. That's their thing. And their second stop was going to be Escondido.
Yeah, they did it at at Washington Park.
Yeah, Washington Park. So,
which to me was pretty much, I was like, you could have done that at Grape Day. You could have done that at Kit Carson. Yeah. But you did it at Washington Park. That's pretty OG, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and then that's their thing. They want to keep it like as OG, as community, like as possible. Like go to the people,
Right, right.
Yeah. So I think that's why they made that decision. But yeah, my buddy, Guilty Gabe, badass designer. He runs like Paisa Boy. He does designing for Paisa Boys.
That's sick.
And a few other projects in LA. He designed the artwork for the Oceanside Chrome Ball tour.
Yeah, sick.
And then the second stop was Escondido. So again, it was one of those things where I had like less than 2 weeks or something to like create the artwork, but I mean, I was all for it. Like, I had already done that first event, and I was like stoked that they had like selected me. Yeah. So yeah, that was the second time.
That's sick. And that one was more of a Escondido style. Like that was
that was
760.
Yeah, focused on Escondido, something that represented.
That was sick though. To me, I like this one. Right, I'm not gonna talk bad about it, but I really like the Escondido. So you do the Escondido piece, and then after that, obviously they didn't do any merch at the time for that, did they?
Yeah. So for the Escondido, they created merch. It was T-shirts, and I mean they sold out.
That's sick.
For the event. Okay. I mean, I got there and there was like a line like outside the merch trailer, and a few buddies of mine were able to get the merch, but it sold out.
That's sick, dude.
Yeah.
That's
so
sick.
And I mean they were super happy with the artwork. The event was like one of their most like well attended like Chrome Ball events.
Yeah, because they did it in all 18 cities, which is. What is it, like Chula Vista, San Diego City, and then San Isidro. They went National City, all throughout up and down all the San Diego County. But I didn't know Escondido was there. I went to the Escondido one, but I thought they were all like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I mean, we have something about Escondido, of course, soccer. We have the miniature, the indoor soccers at Washington Park now. I feel like that was just kind of, this event was specifically for Escondido.
Yeah, and that was a good event because it was like the grand opening or like ribbon cutting of the soccer courts. Yeah. So that was like, it was the Chrome Ball event, but then the soccer courts first day. And then they had an event for like the skate park too.
Oh,
so there was like
that's nice.
Yeah, skate event that same day. And then Love Esco. I mean, they do great work around the community.
Right.
Love Esco
was also collaborating there. Yeah, it was sick. I think it was nice. It was cool to see. Yeah. Obviously, saw a lot of people that we know. But then just to see the community out, and then I remember seeing your merch, and I was like, holy shit! Like that's literally a specific for Escondido and a San Diego FC. I've only seen it around. I didn't get a chance to buy it. It was completely. I saw the line. I was like, I'm not gonna get that. I was like, it's fucking long. But it was crazy, dude. Like
and it was cool. Well. I mean, so that was like a full year before they ever played their first match. Yeah, and it was like already like the hype. Yeah. And the support, so that was really cool.
And then you end up now, was it 2 weeks ago or a week ago?
A week ago, yeah.
A week ago that now you got invited to do the merch for the Hispanic Heritage Night.
Yeah, merch of the match for the Hispanic Heritage.
That's kind of a big deal. That's a big game. You know what I mean? Because we've seen other artists that are also invited to do the merch of the match. But did they tell you that it was for this specific match?
Yeah. So they reached out. so after I had done the Chromebot tour, they San Diego FC has this initiative called the Playmakers Initiative, where it's like they're like one of their not goal, but they're committed to working with the creative community of San Diego on creative projects,
right?
Whether it's music or like visual, like art, all that stuff. So they've committed to designing a lot of their stuff by local artists, right? So instead of having their in-house graphics department do everything,
right,
they reach out to like
local
artists, which is awesome because I mean it's I think it's a win-win. It's good for them. I mean it makes them helps like them tie with the community, and then for the artists, it's
of course, and it makes it more. You get to expose your art, you get to show your version of it, and we saw a whole bunch the whole night. I mean, we're cool with the original Good Stocks as well, and his was a very unique style. You know, his own style, the way he does his distress hats, and then obviously your style, which is completely different. So it gets people like you guys to be well known in the community, and then potentially people who want to reach out for other collaborations, stuff like that. You know, it exposes you in the community. So I think it's really cool.
So it was through this Playmakers initiative that the club has that I'm not a part of that. I mean, this was back in, I think, February of this year that they reached out.
Damn.
And then my buddy Tony, who kind of facilitates like the collaborations between artists and the club.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, would you be interested in doing a merch of the match for our celebration nights? And he's like, I got one next month in March or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he's like, or like another one like late in the season. And I was like, give me the one that's like farthest.
So you didn't even know it's
like give me the most amount of time so I know I can like
produce the best work.
Produce the best work.
That's awesome.
And he's like, would you be down for like Spanish? I was like, oh yeah, dude, that's
amazing.
Awesome. And then I mean, I had been working on this artwork and the mock-ups and everything since March.
Damn.
March of this year.
Did your students get to see it before anyone?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
That's sick, though.
Yeah, they got to see it.
That's awesome.
But I mean, I think it's.
Which is this right here. Obviously, it has a big portion of like the what is it, like Aztec Mayan style, and then it's got the corn, it's got the butterfly. It's awesome, dude. And this is just the emblem of it, right? Like the whole design. And then we got the scarf now, which is also a big portion. I don't know if you want to open this up.
Yeah, we got one end and the other end.
Yeah, I guess you can open it.
Like this.
That's pretty fucking sick. It's thick, too, dude.
Yeah.
Use code Porque because for
no discount.
For no discount, guys. Just mention that Porque because made you buy it,
But that's sick, dude. How does it feel to see your stuff out there?
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just the support and being at the game and seeing so many people from Escondido.
Hell yeah,
go to these games.
I
know. And then just being
shout out to Brenda and Tank. Shout out to my homies.
Being in the merch store and seeing people like grab the items and purchasing and then wearing them like with pride at the match and I think it never ends because I mean people are gonna continue wearing this.
Yeah, I mean they're still gonna take it.
At upcoming games, right?
I think it's cool to see it because obviously it's your work. You know what I mean? But the community rallied. I feel like I saw it very well, where a lot of people were sharing your stuff. A lot of people, and I think we all from Escondido identified with you, and we're like, "That's our guy." You know what I mean? We're like, "That's the guy we know." You know what I mean? He's from Esco. You know what I mean? I think it was cool to see you. I talked about it with a couple of my other buddies. Who are like, "Yeah, dude, like I took print like I don't know, like one semester or whatever," and he was there. It's like we all related to you, and it was really nice to see you out there. And kind of see you just like show yourself and your art and your work, and to know that you're from our community, it was a proud moment for us.
Right.
Yeah, it was cool though.
Yeah,
I really liked it. Yeah, it's sick.
Yeah, kudos. I mean, San Diego FC does that very well, man. Like I said, it just partnering with like the community and local artists. Like
it was awesome.
They've done a great job.
Anything else that maybe we might see in the future, collaboration wise?
Collaboration wise, I mean, some things coming up for like San Diego FC.
Something's coming up.
I mean,
will we be seeing some like jerseys or some like different designs?
Like those like
you know how
jerseys?
Mexico has like different like Aztec designs and how like the old ones. That would be tight for San Diego.
I mean, I can't guarantee, but I mean, everything is like so far in advance. Like I don't. Yeah.
Potentially, we could see something.
Potentially, but yeah, I mean, for sure, like mural projects. I hope to like do more mural projects in the community.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy doing the murals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah. I feel like it's a really good thing. Like I said earlier, I feel like Escondido has so many. We have so many murals all over. There's like all up and down on Grand Avenue. I feel like it's what makes us unique in some way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we have so many artists that are willing to work on stuff like that. What's one of your dream collaborations you'd like to do?
Dream collaborations here.
Anybody in the county, maybe international? I mean,
Pounders.
Yeah. Yeah, a Pounders mural?
Yeah, Pounders mural.
Bro, somebody
It's just a chick in the mirror going like this with a homeboy. Like that.
Dude, somebody's got to do something for Pounders, dude, because I feel like Pounders is just a fucking...
It's a pin in the fucking an Esco, dude. It's think of Esco, Pounders.
Yeah. it's the liquor store sign. It's the Muffler Man.
Yes.
It's Peterson's Donuts. It's the E when you're driving by. It's Dixon Lake, and it's Pounders. That's it.
That's it.
That's what Esco is.
We're not that special, but it's special to us.
Yeah, and now we have the Escondido sign. So the Escondido sign.
Yeah, my dream collaboration, I guess here locally. I mean, I don't have any like, I guess like street-facing public murals of my own work here in Escondido.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe a piece here in town, like through the arts grants that the city does.
Yeah.
To do something like large scale, huge.
That'd be sick.
That represents the community.
The Porque Because garage.
Yeah, but I mean, that's kind of it right now. There's like artists that I look up to, that I would want to do like collaborations with. I think those are like.
Who are those?
Right now there's a buddy of mine. He goes by Richie Moon.
Oh yeah.
Follow his work.
Yeah.
But he's
out
like
on the South Bay.
Yeah, he's out on the South Bay. But I mean, dude, his like vector artwork.
It's fucking great.
It's
legit.
freaking amazing. And to see someone like just kind of make that like.
Yeah. He does a lot of the Eddie
thing.
Zuko stuff.
Yeah.
So I know I was looking at especially his. When I look at his stuff, he's very much he's all about the South Bay. Like a lot of his stuff, or like Tijuana and stuff like that. And it's really cool. I think he has his vector work is amazing, but the way he translate all the like that SD with the belt, like stuff like that is like things that I'm like, holy shit, like that's like two parts of our culture that we don't really think of. But he's very much South County, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of his stuff is very much reflects where he's from.
Yeah.
I always think, and I'm like, it's cool, but like a lot of stuff that he, like a lot of landmarks that he puts out there, I don't relate to. Like, I don't know where those places are.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, I want someone that does like an Esco one. You know what I mean? Like an Escondido version of that.
Right.
I'm like, that would be sick to me. You know what I mean? So maybe that could be you, Doug.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, different style. I mean, I admire just his technique, like with what he does. Like I would want to maybe design something where he gives it like his like halftone touch.
Yeah.
You know, like the textures he adds to stuff.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
He's cool. I really like his art. And like I said, he does one of our favorite artists, which is Eddie Zuko. I was like, he does all his work. So it's pretty sick to watch that. But yeah, you're right. The art community is such a small community.
Yeah. He's gonna be a guest speaker for my students. Like,
oh no way! When is he doing that?
Next week is the plan.
Dig, that's awesome.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I try to bring in like artists as like local artists as guest speakers.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome, dude. That's sick.
Get the students inspired and all that.
To kind of see how the industry works and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's awesome. That's sick. Does he stay for all the classes?
No. I mean, I don't want to take up that much.
I was
time.
like, so there's only one period that gets.
Yeah, it's one period, but I usually like group 2.
Oh,
so I'll like put 2 classes in one.
Oh, okay.
And it's usually my advanced students.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like.
I was like, I would hate it. I was like, I would hate it if I was like, bro, you won't believe who was here last period. You're like, what the fuck, Mr. Anaya? I was just. Why don't I get to see him? I'd be so mad. That's funny.
Yeah, but it makes it. I remember having guest speakers like in high school, middle school, and I mean, just someone that's not your teacher, like telling you, like, hey, you could do, like it's
It really makes a difference. Then you see what you're quote unquote learning in action, and somebody's actually doing it to make money, and that's what a big part of our community is. Like, does it make money? You know what I mean? And if it doesn't, then our parents are usually like, no, you're just wasting time.
It's a hobby.
Yeah, it's a hobby.
It's a hobby.
That's what it is. Yeah. Well, I don't want to take any more of your time. I appreciate you for coming.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome what you're doing, what you've done so far with the San Diego FC stuff, what you've done in the community, what you're doing at Orange Glen. As a former Orange Glen student, I think I can definitely say that I'm very happy to see this. It makes me really proud and happy to know that Orange Glen has literally probably the top print program in the county. And it's exciting to see what's coming out there. Other than obviously your school stuff and your commitment to Orange Glen, what other things can we expect or what other things do you want to plug that maybe that we can share on here?
Plug to, have the community follow the OG print account.
Okay,
on Instagram.
cool. Perfect. Yeah.
We try to document like as much as we can of like
That's awesome.
all the things happening in the shop. It's at OGHSPG.
Okay, cool.
At OGHS Print and Graphics.
We'll make sure we do that. Okay. And then your personal stuff, where we can find all your artwork and stuff like that.
At Aled the Wonder Bread.
The Wonder Bread?
Yeah.
Okay.
On Instagram.
Why the Wonder Bread?
It's kind of like just a nickname that my buddies like came up with back in the day. I think when we were riding, like I used to ride like fixed gear bikes.
Yeah.
And it just kind of it flowed, it rhymed. I led the Wonder Bread, and that's kind of been.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, and like I said, you're a really good follow. I love seeing all the work you do. Like I said, all the murals you've worked on so far. I appreciate you being for the community. Thank you for helping students out there. I know someday, somehow, we're gonna reconnect, and it's gonna be a way, hopefully, where we can help the community. But I appreciate what you're doing out there. It really makes a difference.
Yeah. For one for seeing you as a teacher when I was in school. So that's really different. It's nice. It's nice seeing that.
Yeah. Thank you. And of course, like I said, if I don't know if merch is available anymore at all, or if you see any merch like this, by Aled, of course, go purchase it, go buy it. I think it's especially if you're from Escondido, support your own. Of course, the whole county is behind this, but it's good to see people that we know succeed and find ways the exposure that they deserve. So thank you.
And later on, we'll print them out and we'll do them ourselves.
Yeah, we're
gonna
remake them. So we'll be at the parking lot selling them.
Just make sure we take a picture of that and we just like sew it ourselves.
Yeah, just make it ourselves. We'll be half off after that.
Yeah.
Anyways, other than that, any more shout outs? Do you want to give any shout outs to anybody?
Just shout out to my amazing and beautiful wife.
There you go.
Holding it down with my 3 kids. And
I can't imagine, dude. We got to get you out of here because it's not easy.
I wouldn't be able to do it without her. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And thank you as well for the work you do. We know that as a high school counselor, it's a lot. It's a lot. Mm-hmm. You get all kinds of things through your door. And I know I was one of those kids that walked in with a big issue and I was helped by a counselor. So I know you can make a difference, and you probably are. So again, thank you for that as well. Shout out to Pablo.
Shout out to Andamos Afuera. You're going to see more episodes for that one, more podcasts, more vlogs. We're doing it's a little bit late, but you'll see some more stuff in there. Shout out to Diego, Kawama, and Chewy. You'll see more, and hopefully they'll come out with different content as well. They're going to make more content as well.
Follow Andamos Afuera podcast. It is here at the Porque Because channel as well, but they do have their own Instagram, so follow them there. They're going to be coming out with their own stuff as well. So individually, Chuy, Kawama, Diego, and Pableezy. So follow each of those people. If you fuck with Porque Because, you're going to love their content as well. So go follow that.
We're stupid. We're retarded. That's
So again, if you're special needs, go follow that. But anyways, welcome again. Thank you guys so much for watching. Shout out to you guys again. Thank you. Please comment, like, and subscribe. If you want anybody else on this podcast that you believe would be a good talk or conversation, please reach out. Let us know who you think. And remember, you are the fourth carnal, familia favela. Muchas gracias por escuchar. Peace.
Estás escuchando a Porque Because Podcast.
Pableezy production.
Let him finish!